Welcome back to the continuation of the Sefer. We're in chapter 2. Don't let the setback depress you, on page 87. We got finished speaking about other people and what's better to choose something that only Hashem could save you from, or choosing going the path of dealing with another human. We've already said in the past that that's a very dangerous section already. Once you're dealing with somebody else, you already say, well, yeah, but let me just talk to him. Maybe I can convince him. And we already drop our level of emunah. But we play a tremendous part in this as well. And we fault anytime we make mistakes, or anytime, well, I should have really bought that building. Oh, why didn't I do that? Oh, I can't believe I did that again. When we're involved, that's the hardest test. This is the hardest emunah test that we're going to have, is when we're involved. Not beating ourselves up. And when we make a mistake, and not looking back and say, no, Allah Karim, this is what Hashem wanted. This is the hardest part. Why? Because you're involved and you have bechira. What do you mean? I chose and I made a mistake. And I didn't do this and I didn't do that, and really I was supposed to. So let's take a minute and try to maybe explain what bechira means, what free choice means. Free choice means that you have the ability to choose good or bad. You don't have the say on the outcome. Meaning that you could choose to do something. I want to go to shul. So you got a guy goes out to his car and he has a flat tire. Now he has to wait. But he also has to be at work at 8 o'clock, so he has to wait till AAA comes, and then till he gets there, by that time he's not going to go. So that's Hashem saying, okay, very nice. You chose, you'll get rewarded as if you went. But Hashem now says you're not going. That's an example of the outcome. So your choice and the outcome has nothing to do with each other. So too with everything else that we do. The outcome is not our choice. We could work so hard on one project and it fails. And then a lot of times, a different project that we had no clue was coming just comes through the door. This has nothing to do with anything. Everything has to do only with what's good for us and what Hashem is giving us. And therefore, we have to only look at the movie. Just watch what's going on. Pay attention. Okay, Hashem, what's going to be the next scene in my movie? I'm going to miss the bus, or this is going to happen. And you just have to sit there and smile and take it and just watch the movie. Oh, you got to pay? Okay, take it in stride. And this way, what are we doing now? Now we're giving ourselves a life. We're giving ourselves what is really the olam haba. When we have the da'at, and then we're able to implement, and we have to pray for this, to implement this, to be able, whatever we learn, we have to be able to implement it. Because it's not easy. If we don't ask Hashem to help us, it's not possible. Because we don't do anything. He does everything, and that's what we're learning here. But it's so easy for us when we have a good day, and we're successful, right? Now, so what do? We go out to work, or whatever it is, we're giving a class, and it works out right. So we know that success is from Hashem, because we know that we're not so great. The guys that, he closed the Walmart deals. He said, wow, thank you, Hashem. He saves him from whenever we have good things, it's very, very easy. We incorporate Hashem. The hard part is when we're involved. But you know what? That's a tremendous ga'ava. That's arrogance. The rabbi explains here that that's ga'ava. Why? Because you think that you're involved some way. That's why you're shambling yourself, or you're putting yourself down, or whatever you're doing. Because you think you're doing something. But in the end of the day, it's all Hashem. And this is very, very important in the whole section of people. So we're going to break down level 1 emunah by a few different things. When we discussed this earlier, there's the natural thing that we can't overcome on our own. Corona, it's not something you just get rid of. Hashem sent this disease, and we have to deal with it. These are things that we know. We have to pray to Hashem. The doctors don't know anything. Nobody knows anything about this disease. It's all whatever Hashem wants. Then there's people, and then there's ourselves. These are the 3 problems, areas in emunah that we have to work on. And of course, we know that we are the biggest impediment and the biggest hurdle in our life. But we can't get to that. We can't let that get us down. We have to say, no, this is what Hashem wants. We'll, Be'ezrat Hashem, be discussing more how this plays in with Hishtadlut. And of course, there's always things that you have to do, and there's things that on our level of Emunah that we shouldn't be doing anymore. And as we grow in that level and we're really praying to Hashem about it, when we're doing that, then we have to do less Hishtadlut, because then things happen on their own. But until we get to the level of we're praying for everything, it depends on a lot of things, Hishtadlut, and what's right and what's wrong, and there's no one thing for each person. You have to speak to a rabbi about your specific case, and that's how we get through life. But for right now, we have to understand that this is the level of Emunah that's expected from us. This is not Hasidut. This is expected from us, and you know what? It also gives you the Hayim. It gives you a life that you don't have, because now you don't have to torment yourself. You don't have to let other people torment you, and you don't have to let anything bother you anymore. And that's the Hayim we're looking for. That's the Simcha, and that's the happiness that we need to get to. And that's why every Jew who doesn't have a smile on his face is not a firm person, is not a religious person. We must smile. We must recognize Hakol Tova. It's all Hashem. Hodu Hashem ki tov. Should all be zocheh during Elul. Now we're in Tishrei after Rosh Hashanah for Hatimat Tova, and Hashem should bless all of us. And we just have to have a positive attitude now. Everything positive thoughts, close to Hashem, and we'll be zocheh, hopefully, to the Geulah b'merabi amenu. Amen.